In this presentation, we will take a look at the federal income tax percentage method within QuickBooks. For more accounting information and accounting courses, visit our website at accountinginstruction.info. Here we are on the home page. We currently have the open windows open. In order to open the open windows, you want to select the view drop-down and the open windows list. In order to consider the percentage method and the tax tables method of calculating the federal income tax, we're going to take a look at two paychecks. Those paychecks can be found on the register. So we're going to go to the banking drop-down. We're going to go to use register. And we're going to say the checking account. That's the one we want. So I'll say OK. And then if we scroll down, we have our two employee checks that we have in our register. We've got Judy Jones, our owner, and Anthony Moore. When considering FIT, it's going to be calculated by the payroll system. And the nice thing, of course, is that QuickBooks will then decide the best calculation or what needs to be used in order to calculate the payroll. So as we go into, for example, Anthony Moore, who is a salaried employee, and we go into the paycheck detail, we can see that we have $25 an hour. This is for a monthly pay. That should be within the range of being able to look up the gross pay on the tax tables. So if we were to compare and see what QuickBooks is doing in terms of the calculation for the federal withholding at 162, this being the paid version of QuickBooks, then that should be pulled from the table. And again, the automatic pulling from the table and calculation based on the needs of the system, if we properly put into the system what is necessary for that calculation, is really what we're paying QuickBooks for. That's the great deal for the federal income tax, can make that calculation. This then would be from the tables. If we were to close this back out, and look at someone like Judy Jones, double clicking on the paycheck, and go into the paycheck detail. Now, of course, the wage is much higher, and there's a bonus here, so we won't really discuss the bonus at this time. It might be a different type of calculation for the bonus. Let's actually go into a different check. I'm going to close this out, and let's go into her prior check. So I'm going to double-click on this paycheck and the check detail. So now we have, of course, a very high salary. That's typically when we have to use the percentage method. If using QuickBooks, however, we are going to be having that calculation done for us as well. QuickBooks being able to pick up and decide what is necessary given the information that we put into the system to calculate the federal withholdings. So just be aware that when we consider the federal withholdings, if we were to do it with a manual calculation, what it takes, because we need to know what it takes in terms of what do we need to put into the system for QuickBooks to calculate it, but also to get an idea of what QuickBooks is doing for us. Where's QuickBooks really giving us some of the most benefit? And really with this federal income tax calculation, being able to switch between the percentage method and pulling the information from a table and using the progressive tax system is one of the areas where it's very useful to pay QuickBooks to be able to take care of those types of calculations. For more accounting information and accounting courses, visit our website at accountinginstruction.info.